Whale Shark Tunnel, Whale Shark Tunnel. We turn the light on. Whale Shark Tunnel, it's the Whale Shark Tunnel. Kitty, do something. Do something, do a backflip. Jump around, whistle. Act like you're chasing a mouse. Whale Shark Tunnel. Oh, I'm in the Whale Shark Tunnel. Whoa. All right, 172,854 miles on the speedometer. We're at 77 degrees Fahrenheit, kids. Now, it's March 24, 2012. And you guessed it, the one and the only Linda. There she is.
Hiya.
And I'm Cole Spivey, and that's Linda Spivey, my wife. And there is the highway. Isn't that nice?
Yeah, that's nice.
And I'll be dropping food at your doorstep. And Linda will drop it at the point of sale system. You're a good kitty, you are. You're a good kitty, you are. You're a YouTube star. Yes, you are. There you go. Yes, you are. You're a good kitty, you are. You're a good kitty. You're a YouTube star. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And they're all the way from Utah. All right, this is a nice little restaurant right here called Piola. They do kind of garden Italian style. Very good food. So it looks like they advertise with this pin too, right here. I think it's a little pin you can take with you. It's Piola Italian restaurant. This little pie right here, and they got some Italian food. Mostly kind of like health food, Italian food. It's pretty good. So if you're watching the Please Subscribe show, I'm Cole Spivey, and you're probably interested in writing and storytelling. You notice the opening, you can hear kind of like the typing on the laptop. So I have other projects beyond Escape from Maine. I've been working on screenplays since I was, I guess since I was 18. Maybe it's fair to say since I was 17, but I really got involved with it with my good friend Rob Vasquez, who's a resident playwright, and we both got the Sid Field book. You know, the Sid Field book kind of shows you step by step on how to go about a screenplay and look through life through a viewfinder, and you know how to break things down. And I've been doing this off and on for more than 30 years, and I've only been able to do my own work. No one's picked up any of my screenplays for 30 years. But, you know, I've kept a lot of them quiet. And I was in a movie, The Majestic, with Jim Carrey. Of course, I was a background artist. But that was about a screenplay writer, Peter Appleton. Anyway, let me just talk about my project. So, Escape from Maine I'll be working on, probably through summer. And once I finish it, I'll let it settle. And it'll be on my site. You'll be able to read the whole thing. I'm not going to lie about any of my stuff. I'm not going to keep it a secret anymore, you know? So you'll be able to read Escape from Maine, and you're reading it now if you're watching this. I know I only get a few a few hits on Escape from Maine, but there seems to be some interesting writers, and I find them on YouTube, and well, I find them on Facebook, and I send you information. I'm like, okay, you're a screenwriter too. Well, I write too, for information, for ideas, criticism, comments, inspiration, all kinds of stuff. So we can be friends, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so after Escape from Maine, I'm probably going to go back to Grace, which is the werewolf script, and kind of tweak it, kind of look through it, polish it up. And you can always do this as a writer. I mean, Quentin Tarantino could do it with Reservoir Dogs if he wanted to. He could. He could go back and tweak the script even a little bit more, because it's still a published piece of work. The script is itself. Because I've heard Quentin Tarantino writes, and he can even publish a script, just publish a script, So, he could if he wanted to. Now, he doesn't have to, because we already have Reservoir Dogs. It's already been, it's already a movie. But anybody can do this, because writing is still the word. It still deals with the word. You go back and you read Reservoir Dogs, it's still a book of literature. It's, well, not a book of literature, but it's a script of literature. All the stuff together would be a book, for sure. Goes for any writer, all the way to Woody Allen, to Ingmar Bergman, to Martin Scorsese. They're writers, okay? Now, they're filmmakers too, but they're also writers, okay? Now that I got that out of the way, so I'll tweak Grace, and then I think if I'm mature enough of a writer, I might try to spark up Vlogger versus Vlogger. And that's kind of a spy thriller, but it's not really a spy thriller. It's about a hitman, possible mob guy, very hacky worthy. He has this device that can pulsate off your device and get all your information on your login and everything in just one little pulse. The idea, the guy that I'm thinking of that would play Joe, a vlogger, who is one of the lead guy. He's the hitman, of course, Robert De Niro. So Robert De Niro did it in Irishman, and he's played a few in his time, and he's really one of our best actors since Marlon Brando. Possibly one of the best actors of all times, and De Niro has to deal with that, because it's a big award to carry. It's a big thing. So I do a lot of thinking on Vlogger versus Vlogger every once in a while. A lot of people don't know this, but I've made a mini documentary about Jordan the Lion, also known as Jordan Lee, and Jordan has worked with Shelley Winters, who is connected directly to the actor studio. So Jordan does these vlogs daily, and I was looking for a character to play what's called the travel vlogger in it. And it's kind of an honest, all-American guy. He can be a little hefty or whatever. Preferably good-looking guy that's well spoken. And so I'd probably offer it to Jordan because, I'm kind of a realist. I'm kind of a realist. I like to do that kind of stuff. So it takes place at the beginning in a big hotel, think Comic-Con. And then Georgia, that big Georgia hotel in Georgia that they use at one of the Comic-Cons, like Dragon Con, takes place at something like that. And Joe, a vlogger, is there to do a hit. And the travel vlogger catches it, but there's a storm outside. There's a thunderstorm, so the place loses power. But the travel vlogger is set up over this elevator. And lightning strikes, and Joe Vlogger, after he poisons this guy, looks up and sees him up there with his camera. Very Brian De Palma, very Blowout, very Brian De Palma. And that's where it begins to be a cat and mouse game, and it goes on. It's very exciting. And the reason why I want to wait until I'm a more mature writer is because I've never been on a movie set as a screenwriter. And I know that some screenwriters have. I've only been on set as an actor, or I've only been on set as a background artist. So I'm trying to figure out all the little detail things. I know David Lynch would be perfect to ask, but all the detail things that you have to look at to constructing a movie. And once I get there, I'll start writing Vlogger versus Vlogger. I'll tell you some key points to Vlogger versus Vlogger in just a minute. Give me a second. It's validating. See a little camera right here. So one thing about vlogger versus bloggers, it's very techy. So Joe Vlogger, the hitman, he gets interviewed eventually by the travel vlogger before the actual hit, because he's a Comic-Con guy, or appears to be. And so the travel vlogger just thinks he's just another Comic-Con guy, another vlogger. Decides to do a little interview with him, and then he follows him later to do like a follow-up, and that's where it all goes down. But he finds out, you know, this guy's super techie, and he can't like upload a certain vlog. It keeps going back to 0 and stuff, and he doesn't know what's going on. So the travel vlogger meets a cocktail waitress, and she starts helping him out because no one will believe him. But if he shows the footage to people, they just think he's crazy, right? And no one will really listen to him. So the cocktail waitress finds out it's for real. So she gets in on it, and then she becomes a victim later on because she's allergic to strawberries. So the actual hitman finds this out through information. He get all this information on people and knocks her off by giving her a strawberry on a bridge. Anyway, you gotta, you know, this, I've talked about it a few times, but haven't written it yet. We'll get to the point where it's written. You can read everything. That'll be later on, maybe in a few years. So he meets this cocktail waitress, and they have all these conversations, but he doesn't realize that his equipment's all bugged by the hitman vlogger, Joe Vlogger. So he's listening in, and he finds out later that she's actually allergic to strawberries. That's how he knocks her off. Then he goes after the travel vlogger, and he ends up getting away. But I haven't got all the twists and stuff and all that stuff. I have to go around this way because that's going to take some time to get to. It's not a comedy, though. It's kind of a thriller thing. Yeah, it's this one, but this is like a narrow thing. I'm going to have to just pull in here. These houses are super cute. Golly. And they've got good security too. I love this kind of stuff with the turrets. My dad built a house that's kind of like this. It's a little bit way bigger, but it's got like these turrets. Kind of castle quality. That's the kind of house I designed my house to be, kind of castle-like. Right, this is known as the shops at Clear Fork. We're going to Doc B's. Kind of a gourmet Americana restaurant. I see this as kind of, it always feels it like it's kind of one of my stages. I know it's a parking garage, but I don't know. To me, it kind of has a stage feel. You know, Shakespeare said, the world is a stage, and we are mere players. We have our entrances and exits. Yeah, it is a Friday, so it's fully packed. For some reason, I thought I was going to be able to get on the second floor. Now we're at the third floor. It's a really good shot right over there of the AMC, but I'm going to go down the middle where it's closer to Doc B's. Okay. Upper levels. Yeah, I guess those numbers are how many cars are filled. Yeah, this should be okay right here. Level 4. Talk about him, all the president's men, and the parking garage. This always reminds me of a stage outside, you know, before you go on the Broadway stage. You ever been back there in the really big theaters? Or if you've seen the movie Birdman with Michael Keaton, he has to go through all these little, look at this. You know those real big theaters? I always think of that every time. I think I've done this at least 10, maybe 11 times. Exit to Marathon Avenue, shops and restaurants.